I hope I'm audible now. I'm getting a lot of questions from people that I couldn't hear the audio, but haven't started the session yet. I'm yet to start. The session will start exactly at 7 p.m. And Ankita, yes, you can connect it using your mobile. Hari Bhaskar, I hope you're able to hear now. Yes, Mohammed Fazil, yes, right. Hello, Akshay. I hope you guys are doing good. Hi, Madhu. Good evening, Madhumita. Hi, Srigiri, Monica, Chitra, Swati. Hi, Nikhil. Hi, hi, Vivin. Hi, Jensona, Bhagyashri. Hey, Monica. Good to see you all here. Pumped up. Abhishek, yes, Abhishek, as I told, Infosys is sending mails batch wise, so you gotta wait for a couple of days more, uh, so that we'll get some clear idea. We can't tell anything now. Hi, Manshu. Good evening, Madhula Bharti. So happy that you guys are here. Yes, Kirtana, you're connected. Hi, Gokul Lakshmi, Akshay. Hi. Good evening, Gokul. Hi, Anup. So we got 2 more minutes to go, and I can say hi till then. So I can't see those chats. Akila, there'll be a chat box over there in the control panel. You can see that. I hope you're typing in the chat box only. So yeah, on what basis Infosys segregated batches? Not pretty sure. I know it's like an internal thing, so you can't really know what's happening there in the HR thing. So yeah. Hi Vino. Hi Umar. Abhiram Cherry. Hi. Yes, Gokul. I'll definitely introduce myself. Anoop Tala. Okay. Yeah. Vanakkam Menon sir. Like okay, Mahesh. I don't know what's that, but yeah. Sai. Hi. Hi Nagavenkata. Himanshu, you have to wait for a couple of days to get mail. Like they're sending it batch wise, so might get in a couple of days. So you can wait for some more time. Yes, Nikhil, you can hear. Hi, Jatin. Yes, I'll be discussing about the important topics today. So watch out for the space. And hi, Venkatesh. Please, can you tell us when we will get mail for referral for Pune? Shweta, uh, they're all sending batch wise, so I'm not sure how they're really segregating it. Probably you have to wait a couple of days to understand how this works, and let's give some more time. Sirigiri, hi. Samir, yes, so that's how it works. Yes, Akila will introduce in a short time. Nikhil, couple of days. You have to wait for a couple of days. Let's understand. Okay, and yes, so Tota, I don't know how many going to attend, but it's a massive drive. It's going to happen. So yes, let's wait for it. And at the time is 7 o'clock. So I'm going to start, guys. Good evening, all. Once again, I'm pretty sure we are all set to start this webinar. I believe the audio and the visuals are clear. I can see a lot of people, answering and hearing my voice. I'm sure the audio is fine, and also you can see the visual part over here. Uh, so I'll take a minute time to quickly, tell about the features available in the GoToWebinar panel. So here it is. There is a hand raise button here, right? Can you see? There is a hand raise button here. Whenever I ask a question and whenever I ask you to raise hands, please raise your hands. And also there is a text box where you can chat, right? Where you can post your doubts and questions will be answered on the go. But if I'm handling a problem and if you ask a question, there might be a chance that I might miss your question. So it's always better to have a question at the end of the session. There'll be an exclusive Q&A session at the end of the webinar as well. So I'll be asking poll questions in between the classes. So poll question, you'll get a question on your screen and you have to click on the options. And I would like to see you all answering the polls, right? So quick poll check. Can we go for it? A quick poll check. So yes, so here we go. Can you all hear me? Yes, can you all hear me? Yes. Right. So I can see 100% response. I'm sure my voice is audible to almost all. And now a quick hand raise check. Now, quick hand raise check. How many of you guys present here wants to crack the Infosys off-campus referral drive? Can you please raise your hands? How many of you are here, right, who wants to get placed in Infosys off-campus drive? Can you please raise your hands? Yes, I can see a lot of people searching for that hand raise button and clicking on it. Yes, yes, go for it. Kill it, guys. Yes. So I really like the energy, fantastic energy, guys. And keep this energy throughout this session. It will definitely help you get a job in Infosys, right? So yes, so we'll close the poll, right? Yes. So I welcome you all once again, and so many people asked about the introduction. So here we go. My name is Pandala Raja, and I'm a lead instructor in FACE. I've been training students in enhancing their aptitude skills since 2011, and I'm really enjoying my job. I'm really happy to meet you guys here, and it, I take a lot of pride when I hear my students get placed in top companies, and that's exactly what has kept me going since 2011. And earlier those days, I've trained people in a closed classroom with say 60 to 80 students inside, maximum 100 students. And now you can see sky is the limit. Like I have trained close to 10,000 people at one shot, and technology has become so important. And I take this moment to appreciate the fact that we are able to use the technology in a wiser way. And now I think it's my turn to help you get placed in Infosys. I can see so many students who wants to get placed, and so many candidates, so many people who wants to get placed in Infosys, and it's my turn to help you guys, right? So here is the agenda of today's session. So in the next 60 minutes, or probably even more longer, I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. I'm sure it's going to be very, useful, helpful for a lot of people. And the next 60 minutes is going to be a really awesome power pack session for all those who want to make a career in Infosys. So we'll be covering the Infosys test pattern, which I believe is something very important, because you have to know how the test works before even getting into the exam hall. So we'll be discussing about the Infosys test pattern and some Infosys sample questions. We'll be solving some sample questions, and we'll be discussing some strategies, guys. I think that is very important, because last minute we have like what, 9 days left, or 8 9 days left. So you need to understand how to crack this exam. Without proper strategies, it's going to be difficult. So we are going to I'm going to take you through some strategies that you have to follow, and a lot of surprises at the end. Yes, I mean it, there are a lot of surprises for you guys. So I want you guys to come through that way to know what is a surprise. And finally, the most important Q&A session, where you can post your questions, like any questions regarding Infosys, and I'll be able to answer that. So this is the agenda for the next 60 minutes. So are you all ready? Yes, are you all ready, guys? Can you please raise your hands? Can you please raise your hands? Can we go for the session? Are you all ready? Yes, can you please raise your hands? I want you guys to raise your hands. There's a hand raise button over there. I can see many people not raising the hands. Can you please click on the hand raise button there? Yes, yes. Okay. So yes, I can see a lot of questions. Yes, geared up. Sai Sirish. Yes, that's the energy, boy. That's how we have to get it. Yes. Again, I have to click lower hand. Yes, yes, Adi Reddy Mukesh. That's okay. That's not a big issue. Audio is not coming. Guys, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Yes. Yes, yes. Right, let's go. So, what's up with Infosys this year? Like, really, we have to understand that they have conducted an off-campus drive recently, and now they are coming up with a referral drive. So usually the referral drive happens in a small scale, like the lateral entries, or when they need some people out there. So they conduct referral drive in a small scale. Now this time Infosys is making it so big, with the referral drive, and it's happening across India on 10th and 11th of March. And I'm sure already the shortlisted things and all happened. Some people are yet to receive the mail. Most of the people got the mail. So there are a lot of questions around. I didn't get a mail from Infosys, but I have all the eligibility criteria ticked. So what is that, guys? Like they're sending the mails batch wise. So even yesterday a lot of people got the mail. So we should give some time for them, like say 2 days, like maximum 2 days. Let's give some time and we'll check whether we're getting the mail. And now it's 1st March and we have 9 more days to go for that day, right? 10th and 11th. And after some time, after a few weeks, you will be reaching the, so can you see this image? This image is a Infosys campus in Mysore, and it's a beautiful campus. And I believe that's where you guys are going to enter after getting placed in Infosys. And you have to dream like that. See, I have to dream that I'm going to go for Infosys. So I need people like that. So definitely, if you're like that, you will easily crack Infosys, right? And so there are 4 kinds of audience I have now. Probably this is a split, right? So I have to know which category you belong to, right? So there's a job aspirant, as in who's searching for jobs, and there's a working professional who's looking for a shift to Infosys, and there is Infosys dreamers, right? From engineering, you would like be dreaming to go to Infosys. Like for example, people near Mysore Hebal, they always have this dream, like I want to get into this Infosys place. So, and others who doesn't belong to any of these 3 categories, right? So a quick poll check, like say, let's understand how many people are in the categories given here, right? Quick poll check, right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right. So that's interesting data here, right? There are 51% job aspirants. That's leading the chart. Of course, it's 51%, right? So I'm sure you guys are going to have a beautiful March, definitely. So don't worry, guys. Head ups. 3% working professionals, 43% Infosys dreamers. Come on, that's crazy, awesome. So 43% of the people are like, say, they want a job in Infosys, right? And 3% others, right? Yes, we'll chat in a private space later, the 3%, but 51%, 43% is like a massive number, and 3% working professionals, right? So so there were a lot of doubts regarding this eligible percentage, and also the shortlisted mail from Infosys, and there was a lot of confusion around whether it is 60% or 65%. Now that some of you got call letter and some of you did not, like let's even forget about the eligibility and the other things, because we don't have any control on it. So what is something which we need to know is these things: how to prepare, what to prepare, and where to prepare. So these will be the questions which will be there in your mind, like if I'm going to prepare, what to prepare and how to prepare and where to prepare. So this is what we are going to discuss in the next few minutes. So watched out closely. I'm going to discuss the test pattern. If you have notes, if you have a pen, if you want to note some important information, you can note it. So here we go. So there are like 2 rounds in Infosys. This is round 1, aptitude test, right? Job aspirants, I'm sure you will be in touch with aptitude. Working professionals, you might not. An Infosys dreamer, you should definitely know the pattern of Infosys. Else, there is no point in dreaming, right? So round 1 is aptitude test. And in aptitude test, there are 3 sections, as you can see, right? You can see clearly 3 sections: arithmetic, reasoning, and analytical thinking. This is the first section, which will have 15 questions, and you have to answer in 25 minutes. So totally in this section, you will have 15 questions and you have to answer in 25 minutes. And next comes the mathematical critical reasoning and logical reasoning, where you have 10 questions and you have to answer in 35 minutes, right? And then comes the last round, that is last section, verbal aptitude, where you have 40 questions and you have to answer in 35 minutes, right? So here you don't have negative marking, right? So this is very important, guys. So a lot of competitive exams and a lot of exams like TCS, they have negative marking, we don't have negative marks in Infosys. So this is even this I consider this to be an advantage as well as a disadvantage, but this is something that you have to remember. So what is a aptitude test ka summary? It is totally 65 questions and total time you have 95 minutes. Since you don't have negative marks, you should strictly avoid this inky pinky ponky ka thing, and while answering the questions, which is not going to help you, because you need to solve question and answer, not like choosing the question from the choosing the answer from the options, right? So this is the first round. I'll explain this in detail, each section, in the coming minutes. So I'll just take you through the second round, which is interview round. So obviously you have both that is personal and technical questions mixed in that interview. And here I think this is the easiest round. Here you are the hero, unlike what you think, because you might think that the opposite person, the panel member, is the hero. Not actually. You are the hero here. It is so easy to crack the interview if you feel you are the hero there, right? At least during the personal questions, if not the technical questions. I have a lot of good tips and tactics, to make the interviewer fall in your trap and go wow when he interviews you. Probably you can ask me after the session on how to crack the interview. It's a very easy ball game, guys. And remember, be very confident. And that's something which is going to help you. And that's probably is very easy, right? I'll definitely teach you guys later how to crack interview, because our primary focus should be Infosys aptitude test, right? So let's go back to the first round, right? There'll be a sectional timing. If you watch that slide, I have written 15 questions, 25 minutes for arithmetical reasoning and analytical reasoning. Mathematical and logical reasoning, there'll be 10 questions in 35 minutes. Verbal reasoning, there'll be 40 questions in 35 minutes, right? So it means that there is a sectional timing. What is a sectional timing? You can swap the questions in the same section. You cannot swap to a different section. I repeat, please focus here, because there'll be a lot of doubts in this particular place for many candidates here. There is a sectional timing in Infosys. You can swap the questions in the same section, but you cannot swap to a different section. Let's say, for example, say you are in arithmetic and analytical thinking section, okay? So you can go to any of these 15 questions in the 25 minutes. I can go to first question, seventh question, eighth question, to second question in the 25 minutes. But I cannot jump to mathematical and logical reasoning in that 25 minutes, right? You got it, right? I can swap inside the section, not to a different section. So, and once the 25 minutes is over, you will be automatically taken to the second round, which is second section, which is mathematical and logical reasoning. And after this 35 minutes, you'll be taken to the verbal reasoning round. So this is the sequence also. First, you will be getting arithmetic reasoning and analytical thinking. And after the 25 minutes, you will be going to max and logical reasoning. That is for 35 minutes. And then you have this verbal reasoning. Are you all with me? Yes. Are you all with me, guys? Did you guys understand this sectional timing thing? Yes. I can see yes answers from Fazil, Dishani, Akshay, and I got a yo, right? Yes, that's nice. Shanti cut off for each section. Yes, I'll be coming for that. Yes, yeah, I can see a lot of yos and yes, right? That's cool, right? So this is a sectional timing. So guys, remember, if I'm in verbal reasoning, I can only write verbal reasoning. I cannot think about max. If I'm in arithmetic reasoning, I don't want to think about mathematical reasoning or verbal reasoning, because that is going to that is not going to help me, right? So yes, and as told already, this sectional timing, you should follow a different strategy unlike other exams. Other exams, if you can move to sections, there is a different strategy. And sectional timing is a very it's a very critical thing. You have to be very careful while answering, despite no negative marks. That's important. See, you don't have negative marks, I can answer all the questions and go to next section, right? I can answer this 15 questions in 5 minutes, and I can wait for 10 minutes doing nothing and then go to max. So you can also do that, but you have to be very smart. You have to have some good strategy to crack, right? Now there'll be a lot of questions in cutoff, right? Sir, is there any sectional cutoff? What will be the total cutoff? And all this cutoff related questions. For 65 marks, how many marks we need to get? Yes, Ramya, that's what I call it as cutoff. Like, let's go to the cutoff page. Yes, here is your cutoff. This data is based on the previous Infosys drives which happened in the last 2 years. So first round analytical reasoning, mathematical reasoning, and verbal reasoning. So totally 15 questions. Out of 15 questions, you need to get 10 to 11 right in analytical reasoning. So that's crazy, right? So out of 15, you need to get 10 to 11 questions right in the 25 minutes. And coming to mathematical reasoning, you have 10 questions in 35 minutes and you just have to get 6 to 7 right, right? So this is the cutoff for mathematical reasoning. And for verbal reasoning, total 40 questions, you have to get minimum 20. So this is the cutoff for verbal. So if you want to note it down, you guys can note it down, right? Because this is something which will help you, to to draw a strategy for clearing the exam. They give more important to verbal. Yes, Kalyan, they give because you can see the number of questions in verbal, that's 40, right? Compared to 15 and 10, 40 is something like big, right? So yes, they give a lot of importance to verbal. Yes, Nikhil, right. So this is a cutoff, guys. If you have any doubts, you can just mark it and ask me later during the Q&A session, right? So cutoff means what? This is the minimum marks that I should get in each section to clear the test. And what about the total cutoff, right? So the total cutoff depends on, yes, it depends on the recruitment, right? Where it's happening. Say, for example, if it is happening in a college, say on campus drive, that particular college will have a cutoff. If the same drive is happening in a different college, that college might not have the same cutoff. So the total cutoff and also the sectional cutoff may vary time to time. So yes, right. What will be the difficulty in each section, Nagavendran? Yes, Nagavendran, I'll be discussing about each section in detail now. So yes, Pankaj, I'll be definitely discussing about the difficulty level in each section now. So let's speak about the section in detail. I hope the cutoff is clear for you guys. Yes. Let's go to arithmetic reasoning and analytical thinking, right? So this section, right? So you have data interpretation, data sufficiency, and you have topics like number series, syllogisms, blood relations, data, and it's more of a logical reasoning, right? And it's pretty easy section. I would say this is actually the easiest of all if you're not good with verbal, right? If you're not good with English, I believe this should be the easiest section. I'll tell you why. Because if you are good with English, if you're good with English, I think verbal section will be easiest for you. But if you're not, then arithmetic reasoning and analytical thinking should be easy. So what type of questions for data sufficiency, Venkatesh? Yes, the questions will be like data sufficiency is an amazing topic. Why? I'll tell you, because you need to know something about everything. They can ask from geometry, they can ask from puzzles, they can ask from they can ask from geography, history, anything they can ask, right? But you have to know something about everything, some logics, some connections, right? Will I be able to get answer from these two statements if I answer, if I connect, or if I take it individually? So that's what you have to check. Yeah, so data interpretation is that it's a higher weightage here. They'll be asking 3 to 5 questions here, and here also it'll be some 2 to 4 questions from data sufficiency. So this too plays a higher weightage role in arithmetic reasoning and analytical thinking. On all the other topics, there'll be few questions, at 1 or 2 questions over here. Syllogisms is again important. You guys have to understand the concepts to solve syllogisms and all, right? You need to know, yes. Shri Harsha, I'll be definitely giving repeated questions. Yes, I'll be definitely handling it in the upcoming session. So, right, wait for it. Guys, I'll definitely help you guys on how to prepare. So we are just checking what to prepare, right? So I have to have that portion to complete. So yes. Now, data interpretation, that's very important. It needs a bit of max also. It needs a bit of approximation, simplification techniques also. And number series is easy. You just have to understand the pattern. Syllogism, you just have to get that 7 tick and cross method rules or Venn diagram method. And it's going to be easier for you to solve syllogism because that is something easy if you get the concept right. Blood relations, it's you know how this blood relation works, pointing to a photograph, a man said that girl is the blah blah blah, right? So that is again easy if you know the family chart. And data arrangement and puzzles and so on. Data arrangement, you just have seating arrangements and all these things. Is there any build calc? No, Shirigiri. And what type of puzzles? Can you please tell how to solve syllogism in a shortcut way, Prashanta? Prashanta, syllogisms, I need to explain you the 7 rules. I don't want to explain it in a shortcut way before you get to know the conventional way, because that won't work. You need to get the strong basic, and that will not take a lot of time. It will take some half an hour, 45 minutes, and of course I don't have time to discuss that now, but probably after the session, if you still have doubt, I can explain it to you, right? So since data interpretation is very important here, let's solve a couple of problems in data interpretation, guys. So because that is something which I think you need to work more, because it has 3 to 5 questions, right? All right. So here we go. I want you guys to solve this problem. I want you guys to solve this problem, and probably you have 1 minute time. 1 minute time for this question. So can you go for it? Yes, people, try to solve this question. It's very easy. Just watch out for the important data here. Watch out for the important data, and your clock is ticking. Yes, Madhu, you got your answers quick. Shanti, yes. Shanti says it's 19450. Harsha says it's B. Madhumita, it says it's C, right? It's interesting. Mixed answers. Vignesh Babu, how to prepare? Yes, I'll be telling how to prepare, Vignesh. We'll be discussing that. And 19450 BBBA. Yes. 21200. Different answers. A. C. Here Jalapura. C. Nagavendran. C. You got a lot of answers. Cool. So yes, we'll just see how to solve it. Now, before solving this question, I want you guys to understand a small concept in percentage, right? A small concept, right? Now this thing, LHS is equal to RHS. Now, how many of you have come across this phrase LHS is equal to RHS? Come on, guys, answer. How many of you guys have come up with LHS is equal to RHS before? Yes, I got mostly yes. That is like 90% says yes and 10% say no. For the benefit of the 10%, it is left hand side is equal to right hand side. Yes, it is left hand side is equal to right hand side. Now, what is this topic all about? Right, left hand side is equal to right hand side. I'm going to explain you a very small concept in percentage, which is going to help you solve many data interpretation questions easily, right? Okay, so let's go. Now let me say 10% of say something is 20, right? Let me say 10 percentage of something is 20, right? Now if I have to get 20%, what I'm doing here, I'm just multiplying the left hand side by 2. So I just have to multiply the right hand side also by 2. So I'll get the answer as 40. So 20% of x is 40. As simple as that, right? Now, one more example. If I have to get 5%, 5% of x is what? If 10% of x is 20, what is 5% of x? I have to divide this 10 by 2, right? So I'll divide this 20 by 2. So I'll get it as 10. Simple. So whatever I do it on the left hand side, I do the same thing on the right hand side to get the answer. Now 100% of x will be 200. How? I just added a 0 here. So it's just add a 0. So it's not just adding a 0. That's a logic here. So 100%. So I'm multiplying it by 10 here. So I have to multiply here the right hand side also by 10. So whatever I do it in the left hand side, I have to do the same thing in the right hand side to get the answer easily. Now this is a kind of a this is a method, conventional method. I don't want to call it a shortcut, but this you can apply it as a shortcut in lot of questions. Say for example this question. Now how am I going to apply this shortcut here? I don't know, most of the people would have solved it in a conventional way, like say 20% of x is 30,600, then x is equal to something, then 15% of something, then getting the answer. I don't want to go there because I don't have time. Even though I have 15 questions, 25 minutes, I don't want to waste time by calculating things. So you have to be very quick, guys. You have to be very smart as well. And how? So if for a certain quantity of books, the publisher has to pay rupees 30,600 as painting cost, sorry, printing cost. So printing cost is 20%. So the 20% of that x is nothing but 30,600 rupees. Am I right? 20% of x, the 20% of the total cost is 30,600. Now what I have to find? I have to find the royalty. Royalty is 15%. Now I have to find what is 15% of x. Very simple. Now I told, right, 10% is 20. Now how to find other person? Just whatever I do it on the left hand side, I have to do it on the right hand side. Now how to get 15% from 20%? This is where you have to apply your skill, right? All this time I was teaching you a concept. Now where is your skill? Right here is where you have to apply your skill, that is 20%. How to get 15% from 20%? I know 20 divided by 4 is 5. Yes, 20 divided by 4 is 5. And if I multiply this by 3, what I'll get? I'll get 15, right? So what I have to do to 20? I have to multiply it by 3 by 4. Yes. So similarly, I have to multiply the right hand side by 3 by 4. So what you will get? You will get 7650. 7650 into 3 will be the answer. I know 7,000 into 3 is 21,000. Then 600 into 3 is 1,800, and 5 into 3 is 15. So the answer is, that is 50 into 3. I just took up the zero. So answer is 22950. Simple, right? So even you need not use pen to solve this question. And Infosys, this is how they ask, right? This is exactly how they ask the data interpretation. It won't be very difficult like cat kind of question. So it'll be easy. It'll be really easy if you know the concepts well, right? One more problem for you guys. We'll check how many people can apply what I have taught you right now, right? Quick, guys. Let me check how many people are getting it right. I want you guys to, apply the shortcuts, the thing what you learned now. Come on, everybody. I want everyone to try here. Don't mind if you get the wrong answer. It's always good trying. You should be proud if you are tried. Come on, guys. Yes, Madhumita, you got it. Yes. Can see a lot of answers pouring in. Fantastic, guys. I'm pretty happy that you. I believe most of the people, follow the same shortcut. Awesome. Yes, Tota Harsha. Good. Deepali, yes, bit close. Yeah, that's right. Raghavendran, bit close. I just got confused between the two answers. Come on, guys. I need a lot of people. Like there are a lot of people here, and I can see only yes, yes, yes. That's right. Good. So now one extra thing what you want to know to answer this question is to know how to relate mark price and cost price. If you know that, then it's nothing. It's this question is like a sitter, right? So yes, let's solve it, right? So what is given here? The price of the book is marked 20% above the CP. If the mark price of the book is rupees 180, then what is the cost of the paper used in a single copy of the book, right? So the price of the book is marked 20% above the CP. So mark price means what? There is a cost price. I'm marking the price means that should be more than the cost price. So mark price should be more than the cost price. Here, mark price is 20% above. So I can say 120% is the 120% of the cost price is the mark price, right? So that's how it works. 120% of the cost price is the mark price. Now what I have to find? Now they have given the mark price also, which is nothing but 180, right? They have given the mark price 180. They have, and we know 120% of the cost price is mark price. Now they're asking cost of the paper, right? Paper is 25%. Now 25% of CP is what I have to find. So I know 120% is 180. So I know 2% is 3. Simple. I just divided by 60. Yes, 2% is 3. So in order to get 25%, what I have to do? I have to multiply it by 12.5 on both sides. Yes. So 3 into 12.5 is what? 3 into 12 is 36. 3 into 0.5 is 1.5. So the answer is 37.5. And since I'm explaining, it is taking a lot of time. Else it would have been like so quick. Venkatesh, I'll explain it to you once again. See, 120% of CP is 180 rupees. That's the mark price, right? So because mark price, why I'm writing it as 120% of CP, they have said mark 20% above the cost price. So 100% of CP plus 20% of CP is the mark price. So which is 120%. Now I need to get 25% of CP. Why? Because that is the cost of paper. So what I have to do to 120% to get 25? I have to bring it to a smaller number first. So what I'm doing is I'm going to divide both sides by 60. So what I'll do, I'll get 2% as 3. So I'm getting 2% of CP as 3. Now, if you didn't understand why 12.5, I'll tell you an easier method. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 25. So what I'll get? I'll get 50% as 75. If 50% is 75, what will be 25%? Half of it, right? Which is 37.5. Some people might not be comfortable with 12.5. You got it right, because there is a decimal involved, so you can easily change it according to your comfortability. Right. So this is exactly how we are going to teach you in the online sessions, which is going to happen on 3rd and 4th March. We'll be dealing with all the important questions and also the most important concepts, which, like, of course, if you hadn't known LHS is equal to RHS, I'm not saying you wouldn't have got the answer, but it was a little tougher, right? So yes, so this is how it works. And I'm sure if you're looking for Infosys job, I'm sure you shouldn't miss this session, guys. It's definitely worth it. I'm sure it will help you get closer to the doors of Infosys. I can explain about this marathon if you guys are interested at the end of the session, probably, right? So I just want to deal a lot more problems for you guys so that it'll help you much. Even if you are not taking this marathon, 3 or 4 problems might come in handy. But if you attend this marathon, you will be knowing all the important questions, important concepts. Yes, so that is what is going to help you, right? All right, moving on to the next section: mathematical critical reasoning and logical reasoning. uh, okay, I got some doubts. Do explain about the marathon later. Yes, Kalyan, I'll definitely explain. Jensona, can I watch the session later? We'll be giving study materials. Yes, we'll be giving study materials, mock test. Sir, yes. So I'm getting a lot of questions regarding call letter. As I told, uh, Anuradha, you can just wait for a couple of more days. Don't decide it fast, because we have 9 more days left. So anything can happen. So be patient. And when will you give the study materials? Immediately after the marathon is over, you will be getting study materials, Nikhil. So study materials and includes mock tests. So yeah. So now coming to this mathematical critical reasoning and logical reasoning section, you have 10 questions and 35 minutes. Come on, that's, yeah, you heard it right. 10 questions in 35 minutes. Now, this means you have 3 minutes per question, more than, in fact, 3 minutes for each question. You can easily understand the difficulty level of this question section. It will be slightly higher because they're giving 35 minutes for you to solve for 10 questions, right? Can you teach crypt arithmetic? Yes, Gokul, I'll definitely teach crypt arithmetic now. I'll take you through how this questions work. SICI, yes, there'll be few problems. There might be some. See, I'm saying these are the most repeated concepts, and so on is there. So there might be problems from partnerships, SICI also. So yes, so a permutation combination, it needs a lot of time to teach. So I'll definitely help. The marathon will help you guys understand the concepts also. So you guys have to go for it. And yes, so these are the important topics in the mathematical critical reasoning. And I can see a lot of comments about cryptarithmetics reasoning problems, and there is already a lot of buzz going on these problems, right? So let me solve one problem for you to understand how to work on such problems, right? So I'm not going to ask you guys to solve this question because I know a lot of people are kind of new to this script arithmetic. So I want you guys to listen, right? Listen carefully how this is going to work, right? So here is equal to comes minus she. Assume S is equal to 8. Find the value of R plus H plus O, right? Guys, let's pose the questions after this question. So let's focus on the question on how to solve now. Here is equal to comes minus she, right? So this is how they ask crypto arithmetic question. They don't give any direction also. Now you have to understand there is a general rule for crypto arithmetic that every alphabet should have a unique number, right? For example, if S is equal to 8, H cannot be 8 or E cannot be 8, or for that matter other alphabets cannot hold the value 8. It means what? Each alphabet has a different number, different unique code, that is the number, right? Now here is equal to comes minus she. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the she to the other side. So here is here I'll take plus, here plus. It's always easier to add, right? So here plus she is equal to comes. So I'm going to write it in the addition way itself. M O C. So here plus she is equal to comes. I'm sure it might be a little bit difficult for some people. So please watch closely. I can explain it to you again, but make sure you watch closely here. Now, what they have given is assume is equal to, that is S is equal to 8. So I'm going to put the value of S as 8 here. So I'll probably use a different color for so that you guys can understand. Yes. So this is 8. I'm going to replace this S also as 8, right? Now let's add. It's a very simple, guys. There is a alphabet given. Now we have to find the number of the alphabet, as simple as that, using some addition subtraction logic. Everyone knows addition subtraction right from your first standard, or probably even before that. So we are going to use the same logic here, but a little bit of thinking, right? So here S is 8 and there is E and E here. So what should be the value of E here? Can you answer? What should be the value of E? S is 8. When I add this E and E, I should get 8. So there should be only one thing that should come as E. Excellent. Like a lot of people are answering right. It is 4. So I'm replacing E by 4. I'm replacing everywhere, right? So there is an E here also. It is 4. So S is 8 and E is 4 is what I have found it out, right? Now let's come to something which we already know, right? It's always better to solve something which we already know, right? So let me take a quick check at the time. We have 20 more minutes. Yes, I'll be quicker. So now 4 plus 8, there might be a carryover here. So you have to understand the carryover. In addition, there will be a carryover, right? So you have to consider that also. What if there is a carryover, right? See, there might be a carryover here. So 8 plus 4 plus carryover, I'll get the answer for M, right? I hope you guys are understanding. And can I say the carryover cannot be more than 1? The carryover cannot be more than 1. Why? Because I can take the numbers only from 0 to 9, and the maximum to maximum, even if I add 9 plus 9, I'm getting a 2-digit number called as 18, and the carryover is 1, right? Probably there was a carryover in the before digit. I'll add 1 for it. The carryover is again 1. The maximum addition can be 19. So what I'm trying to say is the carryover will always be 1. You got it? Now, I don't want to worry about the carryover here to find the value of H. Why? Because it is always 1, right? Definitely there will be a carryover here. I might not know the value of M because it may be 2 or 3, but definitely there is a carryover which will come here, right? And H cannot be same as O, right? H cannot be same as O. I'm sure the same thing cannot come because we are adding 1 to it. And when I add this 1 plus H, the answer should be a 2-digit number. Can you see that? When I add this 1 plus h, the answer is a 2-digit number, right? So what should be the value of h? Now you have to be very smart. If I add 1 plus 8, I'm not getting a 2-digit number. If I add 1 plus 7, I'm not getting, obviously I'm not getting a 2-digit number. If I'm not getting for 1 plus 8, I won't get for 1 plus 7. Now when I check for 1 plus 9, yes, I'm getting 10. So definitely the value of h should be 9. So definitely the value of h should be 9, and the value of o should be 0, and the value of c should be 1. You got it right? Value of c should be 1 and value of o should be 0, and the value of h should be 9. So we got to know the value of h. What all should I know? R plus h plus o. I know h, I know o. I just need to find r. Now r is easy. E, the value is 4. Now h is 9. What should be the value of r? What should be the value of r? Guys, can you answer? If h is 9 and o, that is e, is 4, and the value of r should be fantastic. I see a lot of 5s, and that's right. The value of r is 5, because when I add 9 plus 5, I'm getting 14. So 1 will be carry over here. So this will be 3, 13, and 1 carry over here, 1, 9. I don't want to even find what is the value of m, because I just want to know what r plus h plus o. So answer is 5 plus 9 plus 0, which is 14. So which is option B. This is an Infosys question. This is an Infosys question, and this is how cryptarithmetic problem works. It might be difficult for few people, but when you understand how this addition carryover stuff works, it's easy. You know what I would suggest people? Yes, explain R again. Okay, I'll explain R again. A lot of questions for R. See, I know E as 4, right? And I got to know H as 9. So I got to know H as 9. So let me write here. So I'm getting a number and I have to fill. Let's go back to first standard, right? So we have a box here. Now there is an addition. What should be the number which should come in the box? Can it be 1? No. Can it be 2? No. Can it be 3? No. Can it be 4? No. Can it be 5? Yes, because the last digit is 4. So answer for R is 5. I can even, teach you that level, but we don't have time right now. So that's why we are as quick as possible. But in marathons, it will be right very, very easy, very slow. Even if you're not able to get it once, we'll definitely go for it again. Only trial and error method works, or other shortcut? Ria's trial and error, it's not trial and error. I won't say it's trial and error. It's more of, logics behind it, right? Carryover if one comes here. Yeah, some places you need to assume, but yeah. Give some out, like, what is the weightage of section 2 Vineet? So as I told, the weightage, Vineet has a doubt with the weight. So this is how the cryptarithmetic section works, right? We'll solve more problems in the marathon, all the repeated problems. So this is an Infosys problem again, guys. If you get this problem, answer is 14. Just don't solve it. Don't waste time. You just click on the answer and go. So the weightage here is, again, you will get one question from cryptarithmetic. That's all, right? So what I would suggest is, try solving all the other problems first, right? And then go for cryptarithmetic question, because you might tend to lose a lot of time. You might not even know that you're losing time on that, right? So yeah, so basically please try to answer the cryptarithmetic question at the end, and make sure attend some questions if they have given the value for at least one alphabet. Then it's going to be easy, right? Else it's going to be little bit tougher, which we'll learn it in the marathons later. But yeah, so the number systems, permutation, combination, probability, each topic will have very important shortcuts and strategies. You need not go for all the things under number system. For example, I need not know how to calculate the sum of the factors. I need not know how to find the last 2 digits of some expression. All this will be complicated, right? I need to know only few things. You need to know number system, what all kind of questions will come, and you just have to understand those kind of pattern, right? uh yes, Amulya, we'll be giving Infosys previous year papers in marathon. That's something which is that is something which is uh, why we are having this session, because a lot of people who attended TCS found 15 to 20 questions repeating in their the exam, the real exam. So yeah. Right. So, all right, let's quickly go to the next. For example, I'll solve one more arithmetic problem here. I want you guys to solve this. It's a pretty easy question. So let's go for it, guys. So now here's a poll for you, right? I want you guys to solve this quickly. Quick. All right. A lot of answers coming in. Come on, guys. Harshita, probability sample question. Which topics are mostly focused in this round? Veeravenkata, it's mostly arithmetic like time and work, time, speed and distance, probability, permutations, and all those things. Please explain the tricks regarding permutation combination. Basavaraja, permutation and combination is very easy if you understand what is permutation and what is combination. Permutation is just selection, combination. Permutation is selection and arrangement, and combination is just selection. But uh, there are 4 or 5 tricks that you have to know. Definitely, if you know that, and it's easy. Permutation combination, there'll be 2 to 3 questions. Yes, right. So I'll close the poll here. All right. So the answers 20% says it's 40 kilometer, 22% says it's 75, and 15% says it's 60. So the rest 44% says it's 80 kilometer, right? Cool. So let's solve it, right? Now, basically, there will be a lot of doubts with you guys. Like for a speed and distance problem, can I solve this problem without knowing the concepts of speed and distance? Can I solve a permutation and combination problem without knowing the concepts, right? I would say yes, you can solve, because it's more about logics and skills on any topic, even except of number systems where you need to know few basic things, basic formula. It is very important for you to understand how to solve a problem using logics, right? For example, here Radha traveled 120 kilometers in 12 hours, right? So the total distance is 120 kilometers, and total time taken is 12 hours. She traveled first on a bike at 20 kilometer per hour. This is a speed of a bike, right? Of Radha traveling on a bike, right? And this is speed of Radha on foot, that is 5 kilometer per hour. Find the distance she traveled on a bike. Now, in this 120 kilometer, there'll be X and there'll be Y. X is the distance she would have traveled on a bike, assuming X is the distance she traveled on a bike, and Y is the distance she traveled on foot. And we'll do some equations and we'll just calculate and find the answer and go, right? Now, now it's quite simple. 120 kilometer, time is 12 hours. Now I'm going to do T1 plus T2. What is T1? The time taken by Radha traveling on a bike. T2, the time taken by Radha traveling on foot. It is 12 hours, right? Now, what is the formula for time? What is the formula for time? It is distance by speed. So this is D by S, and this is also D by S, which is 12 hours. And I know the speed traveling on a bike, which is D by 20 plus D by 5, which is 12 hours. Now you can calculate, solve after this and go, or easy way, you can just substitute from the options and check whether I'm getting 12 hours as the answer, right? So for example, let's go from the option. Let's take 40 as the option, that is she is traveling on a bike. So D1 is 40, let's say. So what will be that? 40 by 20 plus, what is the total distance? 120, out of which 40 she traveled on bike. So the rest 80 she should travel by foot. So 40 by 20 plus 80 by 5. Are you getting 12? Absolutely not. So you're getting 2 here, you're getting 16 here, so I'm not getting 12. Now let's go to option B, 80. So 80 by 20 plus, what is the remaining distance? 120 minus 80 is 40. 40 by 5. So what is it? 4, and this is 8. So 8 plus 4 is 12. So you got it, and the answer is option B. As simple as that. You got it, right? How to understand mathematics? That's an interesting question, which I think you need to go back to your basics. You go back to the drawing board, but you need not know like completely Fourier transform and all. This is not max. This is aptitude. So yes, guys. So this is easy, right? So you got it. Now, yes. What else, right? So this is as simple as that. You got the answer easily. You need not know x and y equations to solve this problem. Just need to know this time 1 and time 2 is equal to 12 hours. If you get that, you can answer easily, right? All right, so this kind of method will be following in time and work also. Permutations and combinations also will have all logical level solving questions, right? That is also very important. So I think third and fourth is going to be awesome for you guys. Well, I can see a lot of people who have already registered attending the session. I can see a lot of people. Chitra, for example, I know you have registered for that course. So yeah, so it's going to be awesome. The third and fourth day of March, right? Moving on to verbal abilities section. This section has a lot of questions. That is, most number of questions is verbal ability. You have to answer 40 questions in 35 minutes, and you have sections like reading comprehension, sentence correction, vocabulary, synonyms and antonyms, sentence completion, pair jumbles, critical reasoning, spot the errors, and so on, where you'll be getting some 5 to 10 questions in reading comprehension. So this is going to take the higher weightage. Reading comprehension, you will be getting even 15 questions close to that, 2 to 3 paragraphs, right? So you have to be good with that, right? Bharat, I have eligibility criteria for referral drive, but I should not receive. Yeah, Bharat, wait for 2 days, couple of days. I'm getting it as 28. I'm wrong about. Definitely teacher Chitra, probably after the session, how to register for marathon. I'll explain, Deepali, I'll explain you about the marathon after a while. Parajumbles, SD Bright. Parajumbles means they'll be giving 5, it's like jumbled words. They'll be giving they will be giving 5 sentences where you have to arrange it as per the logic, right? How many questions on parajumbles? Definitely at least 2 paragraphs. So yeah, so you have to be very good with parajumbles also. Now, make sure you work out on a strong strategy if you're weak in English. I have seen a lot of my students. See, I've trained over lakhs of students, so I can see a lot of students who are, like, say, worried about their grammar, worried about their English section in the aptitude test. See, this is not our language to worry. This is not our language to be ashamed of that you don't know English. You have to be okay, right? So you just have to know a bit of strategies and some rules in English to answer these questions. Say, for example, if you're good in reading and understanding the passage quickly, there is nothing like it. Now, let us look at an example. Let us look at an example and see how to read a passage, right? So I want everyone to read this passage at one stretch. I want everyone to read this passage at one stretch. There is a passage in front of you. Yes. Yes, Vinod, here is a tip for you, reading comprehension. Now I'm going to read this passage, okay? As long ago as 340 BC, the Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book on the heavens, was able to put forward 2 good arguments for believing that the earth was round sphere rather than a hat plate. First, he realized that eclipses of the moon were caused by the earth coming between the sun and the moon. The earth's shadow on the moon was always round, which would be true only if the earth was spherical. If the earth had been a flat disk, the shadow would have been elongated and elliptical, unless the eclipse always occurred at a time when the sun was directly under the center of the disk. And if you read like this is not going to help you. You got it? You got it. Yes, if you read like this is not going to help you because you're already in the exam pressure. And I cannot ask you to read Haram say, right? Enjoy the passage, enjoy what Aristotle told in his book. No, you can't do that also. But you have to be smart. You have to imagine what you're reading. So when I say there is a mountain and it's a beautiful sunset out there, and there are flock of birds who fly, they're flying above a river, and there is a guy who is playing flute in the side. You can imagine all these things, right? Yes, you can, definitely you can imagine, because this is the power. This is the power of imagination. You can easily answer reading comprehension if you imagine things. Of course, abstract topics you cannot do that, but these kind of passages you can do. For example, now I want everyone to read this passage thinking about eclipses, thinking about lunar eclipse. Now go for it, guys. Yes, I want everyone to read. Now let me read thinking about lunar eclipse, right? That's how I can explain you. So as long ago as 340 BC, the Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book on the heavens, was able to put forward two good arguments for believing that the earth was a round sphere rather than a hard plate. First, he realized that eclipses of the moon were caused by the earth coming in between the sun and the moon. The earth's shadow on the moon was always round, which would be true only if the earth was spherical. If the earth had been a flat disk, the shadow would have been elongated and elliptical, unless the eclipse always occurred at a time when the sun was directly under the center of the disk. Brilliant, right? Yes, you were able to imagine. At least I was able to do that. Like comparing the first time when I read that passage, I wasn't able to do that. But now, yes, I was. This is how you see. This is a very small tip, right? This probably will get you 5 marks. I'm sure. I'm sure, guys. I'm sure this tip will get you 5 marks. Bet me, right? Now you have to understand this is exactly how, see, verbal ability, most of the people now are asking, sir, how to develop vocabulary, how to find synonyms, antonyms, how to you know uh, Shamila, please answer my question. Shamila, I'm sorry I missed your question. I don't know what's your question. So yeah, uh, it is, verbal is something different, guys. It is not compared to quants and logical. Quants and logical, you can pick it up in, like, say, in 1 month, 2 months, right? Verbal, you need it to happen eventually, right? That's a language, that's a skill that will happen eventually. But for exam point of view, in exam point of view, you need not know all the things. You just need to know few strategies for reading comprehension, few strategies to find spot the errors, few strategies to know about vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms. In synonyms, antonyms, like, there is a fantastic strategy, root word strategy. If you know the root words, like on how this root word works and these things, you can easily clear at least 2 questions out of 4 5 questions. Okay, so yes, a grammatical, so all the strategies for each and every topic is what you have to know now, because we have only 9 days and we'll be teaching you the strategies in the marathon. And since a lot of people are asking about the marathon, I'll definitely go for it. But in agenda, I promised you there are 2 surprises, right? So because I said surprises, yes, surprises, so there are 2. So here is the first one. Okay, what is the surprise here? Yes, this is a surprise because you won't find this elsewhere. What is this? This is exactly how your test taking platform will look like, right? This is exactly how your test taking platform will look like. And I'm expecting a lot of doubts now. What is flag, sir? What is summary page? What is next? What is previous? What is SC test and all these things? Now, let me explain you, like, slowly. Guys, if you're appearing for Infosys, this is exactly what you'll be saying. Of course, not this, right? This is just our brand. So you will find Infosys here, right? And you will find your name here, and there will be a timer, and there'll be a list of questions, right? There'll be a list of questions, unlike a single page of question. In TCS and all, if you see, there'll be a question in one page. There'll be only one question on one page, and next you go to next page and next page and goes on. Here there'll be list of questions, right? And it'll be selected as a uh, you know uh, a tab. For example, if you are in fifth question, there'll be a tab appearing here, right? So now, what is flagged? Most importantly, what is flag? Flag is something like mark and review, right? Flag is something like mark and review. Even if you flag a question, so since there is no negative marks, here is a concept. Since even though you have flagged a question, for example, I'm answering fifth question, like say 7.2, and I'm not sure about this question. So what I'll do is I'll flag this question for future review purpose, right? Now, future, I'm not getting time to review it. Will it be considered as an answered question? Yes, it will be considered as an answered question, unlike mark and review stuff. In mark and review, you have to submit the question, right? Save and submit the question. Here, you need not do that. If you flag the question also, it will be considered as a attempted question. The previous question will go to the previous question, the next question, next button will go to the next question. And summary page, you will have a console where you will be having all the questions, and you can see which all questions you have answered, which all questions you didn't answer, and which all questions you flagged, right? Because in verbal and all, there'll be 40 questions, right? So you cannot scroll to check which all you flagged and which all you answered. So that's how this summary page helps. Uh, Shivachandran, yes, I'll show you the topics at the last. You joined late. Okay, last minute tips. You joined last minute, is it? Okay, anyways, that's a joke. Fine. Going for it. Yes. So this is how your platform looks, and there'll be a timer here. This is what you have to watch out for, right? So the countdown timer after this time, that is, it is 000 everywhere. It'll be navigated to the next section, right? And here is the second surprise for you guys. Many people were asking about the Infosys marathon, right? And this is going to be an awesome 2 day marathon, guys, right? Since many people ask this, I'm going to explain it in detail. It's going to happen on 3rd and 4th of March. That is Saturday and Sunday. Why we kept it on Saturday and Sunday is for the working professionals also. People who are already, working somewhere else. They can even watch it on Saturday and Sunday, right? Yes, I'll tell you how to register for marathons and what is going to happen in marathons and all these things I'll be telling you now. If you are interested, please listen to this. So in this marathon, we'll be covering all the topics, all the important concepts, and most of the previous year Infosys off-campus drive questions with shortcuts. See, we are not just going to teach you, okay, this is the question, do it conventionally, x plus y, equation, go. No, we are going to teach you with all shortcuts, right? And what is so surprising about this? Yes, I'm going to reveal that surprise after this slide, so wait for it. Yeah. So 5.75 hours of max, right, which will deal with the mathematical, critical reasoning and crypt arithmetic. We'll be solving a lot of crypt arithmetic questions and time and work, time, speed and distance, permutations, combinations, probability, number systems, and all these things will be happening in this 5.75 hours. I'm sure it's going to be huge. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people in understanding, especially the crypt arithmetic. Even though it's one question, it's going to be very interesting because we are going to teach you codes on strategies to crack this kind of questions. And Infosys questions, latest Infosys questions also will be discussing, which happened in the recent off-campus drive. We have a research and development team who speaks with all the students who attended our marathon, and they get to understand what kind of questions have come, and we'll be teaching you that question, and that's how the loop works here, right? And there will be 3.75 hours of logical, 6.5 hours of verbal, because as said, verbal is a very important section. We'll be teaching you all strategies in all the concepts like reading comprehension, parajumble, sentence correction, etc. And 1 hour of interview, because this is also important, because it's not just clearing the aptitude test, guys. It's also important to understand how to handle the interviewer, because that's something, it's something which most of the people might not be able to do it, because we'll be scared of the interview, right? So we'll be teaching you how to be cool, confident during an interview. And we'll be giving mock on Infosys online test, because after 4th you'll be having 5 to 6 days to prepare, so you can practice using this test. And this is exclusively for the subscribers. Other people will not get it. So this is very, very specific to Infosys with a recent updated pattern. And negative marking, there is no negative marking, Chandrasekhar. Yes, I'll be answering these questions a bit sooner now. Will you conduct another marathon or than 3rd and 4th? I don't think there'll be another marathon, guys, because we have already reached out to, like, say, there are already a lot of registrants, and so we have covered all India. So this will be the India's biggest marathon, online marathon. So I'm sure you have to be a part of it. So there won't be another marathon. And this is what we are going to do in this marathon. So this is going to help you big time. If you really want to get placed in Infosys, and I think this is something which you have to look out for. And the surprise for the curtain raiser. So will you again conduct mock after return if you are shortlisted? Yes, we'll be giving you, yes, but you have to be a subscriber for that marathon. Now here is the surprise. All right, so the price of the this marathon is rupees 2999 right now, only for the webinar attendees. Right, earlier we had this offer going on for the first 300 people, that is 50% off. Now I want those webinar attendees to have this offer 50% off. You have to use the code INFYWEB, INFYWEB. You can find the link in the chat box where you can check the link. If you're not able to find the link, here is the link: faceprep.in/learn/Infosys -referral -drive -marathon/ right. Go here, click on join now, use the code INFYWEB. The course price is 3,000. You can get it at 1,500 rupees. That is 50% off. And see, guys, imagine you guys are going to get a job in Infosys, and you shouldn't regret of not coming for this marathon, because it's a matter of 1,500, which is going to cost you an Infosys job, right? So this is very a very short time offer, right? It is still 12 o'clock midnight, that is 11:59, right? So Pratap, please extend for not webinar attendees to Chitra. Chitra, okay, that's so good of you. We'll try to publish it, this the coupon. There is no link in the chat box, right? I'll just post the link in the chat box, guys. So INFYWEB is a code. INFYWEB is a code. Are you the trainer of the marathon? Yes, Vineet, I'll be participating in the marathon. So yes, I'll just you can find the I'll just post this thing. So what you have to go to is go to www.faceprep.in, right? Now after going here, I'm just taking some time, probably the internet issue. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me? Yes, there is a material available. We'll be getting mock tests. Yes, Chitra, you can give this to your friend. I'll definitely show that slide. Now I'm just taking you through this course, Marathon Infosys course. So you go to courses, you will find Infosys Marathon here. And what you have to do is click on this course, and there'll be a join now button over here. You can just click on the join and apply the coupon code. I've sent the link in the chat box here. You can join the course, you can apply INFYWEB, and there you go, you're saving 1,500. And this offer is only till midnight today. So guys, you can use that opportunity to avail this course for 1,500. Yes, Vineet, you will be able to watch this video again. We'll be sending you the recording. Pratap. Okay, Q&A time, guys. Shoot out your questions. Is there any extension of this offer, Jaideep? Since we are conducting this marathon on Saturday and Sunday, I'm sure the tech team would have worked on it. So I don't think there is an extension in this offer. If there is an extension, I'll definitely let you guys know. Please keep checking your mail, guys, because we will be communicating in the mail. And I did not receive the link. Please check the chat box. Given the link. How many Infosys will shortlist? Abhiram, I'm not sure in like what is the exact number. Can I able to watch recorded version of the 3rd March marathon? No, you won't be able to watch it. It's an online live session. You can't save the marathon class and post on YouTube channel. No, it is exclusive for Infosys candidates who subscribe to that course. Pratap, yes, we'll try to do that, Pratap. And Abhiram Cherry, Naya, I don't understand the question about difficulty level. Pankaj, max section is going to be a little difficult. Verbal is going to be easy. Is there any programming part? No, it'll be there in interview. Cryptarithmetic, if they don't provide assumption number, how to initiate. We'll be teaching you in the Marathon Gokul. How many questions will be repeating? In TCS, we got around 15 to 20 questions repeating in that set. So definitely it's going to be a huge number. Can we get a marathon videos for paid users? Jaideep, it's yes, you can watch it online. Can we have recorded session? No, we won't be giving recorded session, but we'll be giving study materials and mock tests. You can't save the videos offline, but we are there to help you. Any doubt, we'll be helping you. We are available. You know our numbers. You can post your questions every now and then before your interview. Will we get previous year question paper? Yes, we'll be getting previous year questions solved. Yes, you can do that, Pratap. How to get? Sir, I've already registered for marathon, but haven't. For people who've already registered for marathon, you'll be receiving the link tomorrow. Please keep checking your mail. Yes, Pratap, you can use your friend's credential. Thank you for this great. Thanks, Pankaj. It's amazing. Duration, it's 17 hours. You got from 9 to 7:30 on Saturday and Sunday. Uh, yes, I'll show the contact page again. I'll show the contact page again. So NP people don't have much importance to technical after qualified for. Yes, yes. Mostly the personal interview question. Thanks, Harita. When will be the exam, sir? 10th and 11th of March. Will you give solutions for the previous? Yes, we'll be giving. We'll be solving that previous year, previous Infosys Drive questions. Bank exams on Sunday. How can I watch marathon? Saranya, I don't know. You have to just decide on which is important. And thank you, sir. Thank you, Perimala Vaishnavi. What if we miss the marathon? Right, it's an online. See, guys, I want you guys to understand the concept of online live classes. It's just like how you attend class. Say, imagine you study in college and you have a Saturday and Sunday placement training program, right? What if you don't attend? Of course, you will miss the class, right? So this is a class, guys. Consider this to be a class rather than a video. I want you guys to change your perspective of marathon, right? So marathon, it's online class is basically a class and not a video where you can watch it later. It's something which you can discuss with a tutor. You can directly ask queries. That's how it works, right? So don't worry about that is recorded session and all. That's not going to be really useful. You just have to attend the live class. See how I'm discussing with you. For example, Anup Panda is asking a question. I'm saying, Anup, this is how it works. So that's how it should be, guys. That's because you can ask any doubts also, right? In with regard to Infosys. So can I have break between? Yes, of course you'll be having break. We'll also be having break. So definitely there'll be a lot of breaks. Give the marathon. Shanti, that's not possible. Please show the topics to be covered. Yes, I'll show it. Thanks, Pooja. Thanks, Nikita. Thanks a lot. You guys can check out the marathons, and I'll show you the topics. So this is for verbal. Thank you, Gokul. After submitting the answer, can we change the answer? Yes, you can. No, without using flag, no, you can't. How many expected questions can come in Infosys from your material? Mohammed, highly likely there should be a lot of questions, like more than 30%. Thanks a lot, Charita. Thanks, Kumari. Thank you, Gauri. There are chances that internet is not working properly. What to do in that case? I would suggest please go for this marathon. If the see data now, right now in this period, data is not at all a problem. So if data is not available in your place, then think about it whether to go for this. But I'm sure internet is all over the place right now. Uh, so is there is 50% discount on 1,400? No, it's a 50% discount on 2,999. Thanks a lot, Anup. Thank you, Basavaraj. Is there a time limit to the number of people who can attend? No, not really. Any number of people can attend. Concepts are explaining sectional wise. Yes, Sririgiri. We get breaks. Yes, Kumari, we'll be having a breaks, lunch break, couple of tea breaks. Sir, do you provide any paid material? This is one time paid. If you watch this marathon, you'll be getting access to mock tests, so you won't have to pay any more after that. Thank you, Nikhil. Thanks a lot. Nagavendran, thanks. Can I watch marathon on mobile? Yes, you can watch. Thanks, Chitra. Thanks a lot. Gokul Lakshmi, thank you. Jaideep, thanks. What preparation tip you want to give to guys who are not going to attend the marathon? Very simple. Whatever I have told you, the topics, watch out for the topic. Practice more questions, and time management is going to be very important, because you have sectional timing, and be very confident on that day. Can we pay the marathon fees once we crack the interview? And not really. This is an online thing, so you can't do that. Thank you, Kannan. Thank you, Madila. Chalo, thank you. Bye, Chitra. Thanks. Some guys are not getting invitation of off campus. We have to wait for a couple of more days. Do we get recording? No, Suja. We won't be giving any recording. When will be the interview once we clear online test? Immediately. Thank you, Veera. Which section should we attempt first? No, you cannot choose it. It will automatically come over there. Thank you, Sirigiri. Yes, Nikhil, you can contact the number if you have any doubts about the exam. Will the interview be on the same day? Yes, most likely. If Infosys has huge requirement, the majority of the members don't reach out. Cutoff is there by any chance? Okay, thank you. All right. Any surprise for non-registered marathon people? Shanti, yes, you can go to our YouTube channel, watch our concept videos. There will be few, and there'll be this recording. That's something which is going to help you. After how many days of return test results would be announced? Probably a week. What type of puzzle is in mathematics? The puzzles probably will be like seating arrange. No, in mathematics you will be getting puzzles like the cuboid kind of things. All roads covered on same day. Pankaj, no, we have 2 days, so we have a different schedule for 2 days. I joined this webinar last minute. Is there any way I can rewatch this session? Yes, Anand Swami, we'll send you the recording to you. It will also be in YouTube very soon. I don't know anything about permutation combination. Will I get? Of course, Jatin, permutation combination is one of the important topic that we'll be covering it, or it'll be just fly over my mind. No, no, it won't do. It won't happen like that. Thank you, Mugdha Venkat. Jatin, and we'll make sure that you will remember that for lifelong. Will the interview be conducted on written exam? I didn't understand the question, Tota Harsha. Thanks, Shanti. Thanks a lot. Is cryptarithmetics your question? Yes, AB. Yes. Is the interview on same day as test? Yes, most likely. Most likely the interview will be on the same day as test. Yes, so we'll be sending this video. Sir, is there different mentor for different sections? Yes, Mohammed, there'll be subject matter experts for different sections for quants, verbal, and logical. Yes. Yes, Vijay will be sending this video to you now. Is the syllabus enough for preparation? Of course, you have to prepare only the things that will come. Yes, this is enough. Don't worry about trigonometry and geometry, because that's not going to help you, and you're going to waste a lot of time if you want to prepare for that. Monica, yes, I hope you got the answer for your question. Any more doubts, guys? So, any more doubts? Interview same day as test, most likely. Right. What about logical deduction? Yes, probably a couple of questions in that. In the mail, it was mentioned the candidates who clear the test, the interview process will be mailed to them. All right. Shortlist candidate will be informed immediately. Please let me know. Also need to prepare for tech as well, Chitra. Yes, they might ask some, of course, Infosys technical technology company. I want this video. Can you please? Yes, Nikhil, will be sharing it to you, Nikhil. Thank you, Gokul. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Where shall I find the syllabus? You can watch this video, Anand. We can just skim through this video. You'll find the syllabus. I have mentioned some topics. March 10 only written exam will be conducted. Or Akash, pretty not sure. We just have to wait and watch for the interview process. How to differentiate between permutations, commutation? That's combination. Bright is a big concept, but simple permutations means selecting and arranging. Combination means just selecting. That's it. Can you prepare? Okay, that's a lot of questions. I missed a few. Can you prepare us more for logic verbal, as we are feeling a little bit tougher? Of course, Mukta. We are spending 7 hours for verbal in marathon. Shortlist candidate will have taken a HR on the same day. Shanti, I'm not pretty sure about it. Where to find logical puzzle, right? Logical puzzle, you can, like, what kind of logical puzzle are you expecting? The questions which comes on Infosys, you won't be getting previous year questions elsewhere. So watch out for this marathon. If the interview is on the same day of the test, then the results of the online will immediately have the test. Tanzim, I'm pretty not sure about the interview process. Will it happen on the same day or a different day? I'm not sure. Uh, Thanks, Akshay. See you on Marathon. Yes, definitely. We'll see you on Marathon. Is there any WhatsApp group over appearing Infosys campus? No, we don't have any WhatsApp group for it. Probably for all the Marathon subscribers, we might create one. We don't know, right? Can I get this recorded version? Yes, Shraddha. Definitely, will send you the recorded version. Extend the offer period for registration. Mohammed, like it's gonna happen on Saturday and Sunday, and the page will be out tomorrow night, so we don't have much time. Where the previous, if there is any offer extended, we'll let you guys know, but highly likely not. Thanks a lot, Akash. Thanks a lot. uh, I can attend on March 3, but I cannot attend on March 4. Can the fee be Nagavendra? No, it's tech, so I'm not sure about that, how it works. I'm from EC background. I don't have any favorite subject in my course, so can I say directly I don't have favorite subject like this? They won't really ask what is your favorite subject and all, but you cannot say that I don't have favorite subject. Like you can probably turn the interview in a different direction, saying that for example microprocessor is one of my favorite subject. Why? Because there is amazing technology in that, and you can just change the direction of the interview so that they won't ask any question in that why you don't have a favorite subject in computers, etc. I can't attend on March 3, but can attend on March 4. Can be free. I'm sorry, Nagavendran. Where I can find this video? You can watch it on YouTube, Rajesh. It'll be in YouTube. We'll be sending it in mail also. What if I miss a class in between due to network issues? Uh, you make sure that there is no network issue there, because it's an online session, and it won't cost much of a data also, unlike what you guys think. So yeah, thanks, Venkatesh. 5 days enough to prepare after? It's more than enough. I'm saying it, this 2 days itself is enough for the preparation. Will you share Infosys material? Yes, we'll be sharing mock tests. What type of technical questions should I expect? I'm from triple E background, so I'm not sure about what technical questions and how to answer the technical questions. We'll definitely tell you in the 1 hour of the marathon, but mostly the personal interview questions will be asked. What answer for what have you been doing all these days after graduation? What actually you were doing, actually, Shanti? As in, you should if you were searching for jobs, you could say that you were trying out on some different skill sets, or you spend some time on spending with your family, and then there was a call that I had to go for jobs, so then I started searching. Probably that would be a apt answer. How many students are shortlisted from this kind of off-campus drive? What is it? It depends. Maybe you cannot get a good number for this. Will they ask to write a program? Not highly likely, highly unlikely they'll ask like that. So yeah. See you, Charita. Good night. See you. If anybody was in Infosys and now again attending, do I have to mention it? Not really. Had a great session. Thanks a lot, Mohammed. Thanks a lot. Will I get questions from Marathon in the test? Yes, yes, definitely you will be getting questions, repeated questions also. Being a non-IT student, why do you want to join IT company? Because I find there are a lot of opportunities, and I want to tame the digital technology monster. So I just want to join the IT company. Probably that can be one of the answer. Thanks, Fazil. It's a great session. Thanks, Shamila. Not sure, Akash. Probably they'll be sending you mail. Getting job as in Infosys is my dream. Oh, definitely, Monica. See, if you have that aspiration, I'm sure nothing is going to stop you. Have that hunger of joining Infosys. Definitely, that'll take you through. Thanks, Darshan. Yes, Madhumita, you can watch out the numbers. Here is a number. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, let's call it a day today. And a couple of questions. Okay, I'll take a couple of questions more. Can a mechanical student crack? Yes, yes. Interview they can easily crack. The department doesn't matter. Any Infosys material? Yes, we'll be sharing it with the recording. As in, now we have this recording alone, but marathons will be getting mock test. When will be the exam? March 3 and 4, and time to sign off, guys. Thanks a lot. It was a great session with you, and see you all in the marathon. Thanks a lot, guys.